Hello, this is Dr. Tom Herskowitz. And I wanted to give a quick introduction to the class. It's Legal Environment of Management. It's a very challenging class. It's almost like a foreign language as you're learning some of the legal terms, but it'll be well worth it. We're going to be giving an emphasis to those legal concepts that are most important to you as a manager and as a senior manager. I think if you look at the Meet Your Professor, you'll see a quick biography about me. The office phone actually is different now. I don't have an office phone. My actual phone number is 405-821-0209. I'll change that on my bio. I was formerly the chairman of the School of Business at SNU until I retired about 5 years ago, moved to Belize, and just recently moved back to San Diego, where my wife and I are now living close to our children. So anyway, about the class itself, looking at Moodle, you'll see all the assignments. A couple of things to point out. Each week you will have a weekly participation report. The form is listed up on Moodle. Use this form each week, and this gives me a quick review of what you've looked at during the week, the work that you've done, and most importantly, it gives you an opportunity to give me any comments on the assignments, things you liked, you didn't like, things that you could think would be improved so that we can continually make the course better. Each week you'll have the readings. The first week's a little heavy on reading, just as to get started, give you a background on the legal system. Every week we'll have 2 or 3 discussions, forums. Those are a 2-tier type of an assignment. You are to do an initial post and then a response post to one of your other students. I have taken the forms and put them into your teams so that instead of having to look at all the assignments from every single, or the postings from every single student, there'll be a team of 4 or 5 students that you can then interact beyond. This is the equivalent of doing a classroom discussion. And so this is where you get a chance to talk to each other about the cases and about the law that is being studied for that week. You'll also have some papers that are due, individual assignments during the week. Sometimes you'll have an extra discussion rather than an assignment. We will also have a quiz every week. This is a 50-point quiz. It is primarily a multiple choice, but there's always 2 or 3 essay questions, short essays at the very end. Purpose of this is to get you into the material, the reading material, to look at it and be able to, as you study it, that helps it to reinforce the material that's being covered. Students often wonder, do they have to look at every single word on every single paragraph and every single page of the reading? I tend to take the quizzes from the PowerPoints. I also have a video for each week with the PowerPoints. And so if you look at the video once, maybe twice, if you have some questions to kind of reinforce it, and review the PowerPoints, you should have a pretty good handle on the quiz itself. And so that's the outline of the courses, of the material that you'll have each week. As I said, it's an intense course. It's the law. It gives you a background. It will not make you a lawyer, but it'll give you a good understanding and the vocabulary so you can sit down and talk to your attorney if you have legal issues that come up. So we're going to be looking at the legal system itself. In the second week, we're going to be looking at the property law, which is more than real estate, but it's going into the concept of property as a legal concept. On week 3, we get into one of the most important topics for you as a business manager, and that's contracts, their form and their performance. Things to look at that, very important. You understand the difference between void, voidable, and enforceable contracts, as well as the elements needed to actually form a contract. You have to have an offer, acceptance, you have to have consideration, which is very important. If you don't have consideration, it's merely a gift. And then the contract has to be legal content, purpose, and then it has to have the capacity of the parties, the mental ability to know that they're entering into a binding contract. And the most important aspect of capacity is dealing with minors. They don't have the capacity to enter into a contract. But if you enter into a contract with a minor, you will be bound, but the minor can terminate that contract, can void it. And then in week 4, we're going to go into torts, which is really an injury of one person to another or their property. Civil action, not criminal. We're not going to be looking at criminal law in this course. As we go into week 5, we're beginning to come to the end of the course, and then we'll look at legal entities, corporations, LLCs, partnerships, sole proprietorships, what it actually takes to create and what the legal liabilities are for different types of legal entities. One thing that we look at in this class that's not covered very well in the book is not-for-profit corporations or nonprofits. We'll go into that in a little greater depth, and that you'll have to look at the video and look at the PowerPoints to get that information. We're going to end the course by looking at the law of agency, employment law, and discrimination in employment, and that will finish up the course. So I hope you enjoy the course. It's, as I said, it's demanding. Feel free to contact me at any time, either by email or the ability to just come by and send me a note. Okay, I hope that helps. Welcome to the class. I look forward to it. God bless and great success in this class.